Hello. So today we're going to read about birds on the wing. And while we're reading this, think about, what do you think a bird's most important feature is? Because all birds have wings, but not all of them can fly. And they can all make noise, but they can't all sing. So I think we'll know that Douglas Florian is going to find some really interesting and fun things about birds. So let's see what he says. The egret. On morning tide, an egret sat and gave the beach a feathered hat. The green catbird, with feathers of a greenish hue, no doubt I'm difficult to view. On vines and trees I'm inconspicuous. They call me a cat. Ain't that ridiculous? Can you see it? Right there. Oh, and did you see it says meow? The dippers. Through splash and spray of waterfalls skipped the little dippers. I think that they would gladly trade their oily wings for flippers. Inside a stream they swim supreme for minutes if they wish. These funny little songbirds who think that they are fish. What unique feature do these birds have? The magnificent frigate birds. It's true, correct. We do assent. We really are magnificent. For endless hours serene we soar, or glide, or wheel. And what is more, our crimson chests we can inflate. How could you not regard us great? Inflate means they can blow it up with air. Look at all the fancy medals he has. The hummingbird. Hummingbirds are some of my favorites. Rare, barely bigger than your thumb. See it hover, hear it hum. With beating wings so fast they're blurred. This helicopter of a bird. Look at it. He's got little skis on. We have little hummingbirds that like to fight. They're pretty funny when they have a little argument. The vulture. Two things I know about the vulture. Its beak is strong. It's weak on culture. You know what? Weak on culture means that you don't know much about art or music or things like that. And do you see the music? Because what do you know about vultures that would mean it's weak on culture? They're not very pretty and they can't sing. The whooping crane. The whooping crane, the whooping crane. So big it's practically a plane. A splendid sight up in the air. It's lithe and light, but rather rare. It feeds in marshes. See it stoop, this brilliant bird that loves to whoop. See, they made him look like an airplane. The roadrunner. The roadrunner darts down dusty roads in search of insects, lizards, and toads. Past tumbleweeds, it speeds for snakes, and catching them, turns on the brakes. Can you guess where the roadrunner lives based on that poem? The quetzal. Oh my goodness, look at that. The quetzal. The fluorescent emerald tail of the quetzal grows as long as a bird tail gets all. Look how pretty that is. Woo! I'd kind of get in the way, maybe. The hill mina. I squawk, I talk, I even sing. My voice can mimic anything. In any tongue I can converse. I gab, I blab, I'm never terse. I echo every word that's said. A tape recorder's in my head. You look at the tape recorder in his head. That's kind of cool. He can imitate any sound. The royal spoonbill. How fortunate and opportune to have a nose that's like a spoon. Did you descend from royalty, and is your spoon for stirring tea? Or do you use it as a scoop for eating peas and drinking soup? So he's kind of made the spoonbill snooty and full of himself. Full of himself is another idiom. It means you're kind of a snob. Why do you think he made him a snob? What are his features? The rhinoceros hornbill. This Southeast Asian bird is born with large and orange curving horn. This massive growth is called a casque. For Halloween, it needs no mask. Look at that huge beak on it. See, it goes like that, and then it has this thing up on top. I think Douglas likes Halloween. He has a lot of Halloween in his poems. The white-tailed kite. The wondrous white-tailed kite, a never-boring soaring sight, as it glides on gull-like wings, a kite that flies, but has no strings. Ah, the emperor penguins. The life of these penguins is harsh as can be. They gather on ice packs of Antarctic Sea, all huddled together for warmth and protection, and choose a new emperor without an election. Look at all of them marching along. Doo, 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 doo. The hawk. The hawk, I stare, I glare, I gaze, I gawk. With keen, mean eyes, I am the hawk. All day I pray for prey to view. Be thankful if I don't see you. You see how he said pray and pray? He used homonyms or homophones. The woodpeckers. Woodpeckers are peculiar things. They pick to peck, but not to sing. They rap and tap for sap and trees, till some they drone look like Swiss cheese. They thump on stumps of rotting wood to gobble insects. Tastes good. The Andean cock of the rock. The Andean cock of the rock has a crest that's as round as a clock. Its shoulders and head are a flaming bright red. Just to think of it gives me a shock. Descending upon forest floor, it feeds upon fruit, and what's more, on ground or in trees. Each expert agrees this vivid bird can't be ignored. That bird's super pretty. The weavers. We are weavers. Watch us weave. A spacious nest from twigs and leaves, complete with walls and roof and floor. When leaving, please don't slam the door. Oh, look what those birds can do. That huge nest. The stork. Observe the large, long-legged stork, with bill as sharp as knife or fork. Its neck is curved, its wings are great. It feeds on frogs without a plate. The common crow. Frightening feet, likes to eat harsh call, hardly small, black and glossy, rude and bossy, common crow. Go, go. Why do you think this author put the crow in there? He's not unique or fancy at all. Wonder why he put him in there. Crows are actually, I really like crows. They're just so simple and they're all black and I don't know. They're kind of cool. The night jar. By day this bird will stay at rest, for darkness seems to suit it best, to chase down insects near and far, and capture night inside a jar. Wow. Okay, I'm going to show you one of my favorite books. Audubon's Masterpieces. Here, and it has these beautiful paintings of birds. And I love to just sit and look at it. Look at that. So if you ever get a chance, maybe when we come back, look at that spoonbill. Maybe when we come back, I'll bring it with me. So the question I want you to think about for this book is, how does he use comparisons to familiar objects and ideas to help people understand more about birds? So what familiar objects or ideas is he comparing the birds to, or what the birds can do or look like? So think about that and you can answer that in Google Classroom. All right, see you next time. Bye.